pray. Apostle, I want to be anointed. God will anoint me. I know is my God. You are right, but that's not how it works. There are keys to the anointing. When you sit down and you are learning and you are studying while others are sleeping, you are maximizing grace. When you are listening to uncommon mentors help you and show you the way it works, you are maximizing grace. Every participatory effort that you put, knowing that I'm not putting this effort in the flesh, I am maximizing grace. This is why there are certain people who continue to triumph from one level of victory to the other, whereas there are many spectators who sit down and hope that things will happen. The grace of God, an enabler, a divine help. If I think, I engage my mind, but I don't have the power to give myself ideas, the grace can bring ideas while my mind like a womb receives them and births them. So if you ask me how did the idea come, I will say the grace of God. But the idea came and manifested because my mind was fruitful to it. When God sent me to this city, by the grace of God and with every sense of humility, I knew that his grace and his name was there to back me. But if I sat down, I folded my arms and I know one day it will happen, don't worry, you will be blessed. Tomorrow would come and even next tomorrow and nothing would ever happen. But that effort in faith, from one step to another step to another step, his grace leading you, his grace guiding you. Oh God, you are my God, and I will ever praise you. Oh God, you are my God, and I will ever praise you. I will seek you in the morning. I have learned to walk in your ways, for step by step you lead me, and I will follow you all of my days. Apostle, I don't know why I have favor but people run away from me. You are right. You have been wasting that grace because you have not studied about relationships. The grace comes upon you, but your ignorance as to know how to relate with the world of men keeps aborting and destroying that grace. The day you submit yourself to learning how to live in the world of men, you take advantage of that grace. Now you are ready to excel. Now you are ready to excel. A gentleman years ago, will soon pray, he heard my teaching. I did a teaching on finances, and when he listened to it, he had a little fashion outfit just to sew, and when he listened, he was full of incompetence and was just giving all kinds of excuses. He will measure you and sew clothes that twice your neck will enter inside. Carelessness, and it didn't matter to him. And when he listened, and in it I spoke about diligence, he made up his mind. He submitted himself for 1 year to learning and mastery, receiving the blessings that came from God's servant week in, week out. At the end of it, listen very carefully, at the end of it, that gentleman grew to a level of competence. His goal and his prayer was that one day he would also include me among his clients that he would be sewing for, and he believed that he was called to do it, but not that version of him. And he worked on himself for 1 year, and he sewed something then in Zaria. He carried it and brought it. Many people used to sow and bring clothes as seeds. And for some reason, I was restless. Early in the morning, I said, let me check out what this guy did. I'm sure all these people who have sown a lot of things, God bless them, but I may not be able to use it. But when I saw his finishing, I saw what he did. I asked the protocol, I said, look for this guy. Let him see me before he leaves. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the beginning of open doors for that gentleman. The rest is history. History that is worth knowing, but it is history. Oh, David, it is true that one day you will kill Goliath. But if all you do is sit down in the bush staring at animals, Goliath will kill you as if God did not call you. Are we together? Yes, sir. When David was killing the bear, when David was killing the lion, the grace for leadership was supervising him, watching him. And when the moment came, he came and stood before Goliath and he said, I've rehearsed well. Goliath said, am I a dog? Said, Goliath, be careful. You don't know what I've been doing preparing for this day. I am what I am by the grace of God. But the grace, I did not waste it in that I labored. I labored. In prayer, I labored in diligence. Nigerians, let's return to a point where we find dignity in labor.